One Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to show you how to fix a leaky valve. You can see it kind of dripping here. This is a leaky shutoff valve. I just replaced the faucet to this sink, and when I went to turn it back on, you can see it drips a little bit. Now, you can't leave that like that, and I don't want to just shut it off. So, a lot of people think you have to replace this valve. Well, that is not the case. You can see it kind of dripping here. All you have to do, usually, to fix these, since you really aren't going to touch it again for another like 10 years or something, is just take a crescent wrench and just tighten it ever so slightly. So we're just going to tighten it, and you kind of want to support the stem. You don't want to damage anything, but all you have to do is tighten that up just a little bit. Sometimes maybe a little bit more. I would say like an eighth of a turn to a quarter turn, sometimes even a half turn. And there we go. And that's going to tighten it up enough that we will not get a drip anymore from that valve. And let me just clean it up a little bit so you can make sure and see that it's not leaking anymore. And let's zoom in and take a look at this. It is no longer leaking. So this is usually where they leak from, right here. And just tightening this up just a little bit, ever so slightly, is usually what fixes a leaky shutoff valve or a leaky seat valve. So I haven't seen any drips here for a while. Let's just check it out, and maybe I'll give it just ever so slightly a little bit more. Okay, and open this all the way up. It's going to be harder to open up since we've tightened it. And check that the valve is working up here at the sink. Run the water on and off a couple times, and that should fix our leaky valve. Now, you're going to want to check on this in a few minutes just to make sure that there are no leaks. Let's zoom in here, see if we can't get a really close shot. But this is no longer leaking. There is no water coming from the valve stem. Now, you can't do this over and over. You can only do this a couple times, and then eventually you bottom out on the seals and they will go bad. So all you're doing when you are tightening that up is kind of repositioning how the valve sits on the seals, and they will eventually wear out. And then at that point, you will need to replace potentially the actual shutoff valve itself, which requires you to shut off the water at the main or wherever you've got a branch line for this. So thank you for watching. That is how you fix a leaky shutoff valve underneath the sink. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Click on any links below to support us. We'll put a recommended shutoff valve in there if you do need to replace your shutoff valve. But thanks again for watching.